going on, everyone? Waiting a little bit here. Get the scene right here. Got the Pitch Black Midnight up, though. I'm gonna try to get that right. I don't know why it's giving you guys the other charts. It's weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Little technical difficulties. I still got my Pitch Black Midnight stuff on the bottom there. We're gonna have to change that. Get some people to join in on the live here. For sure. Yes, sir. All right. Here we are. Yes, sir. Making sure all the levels are right. All right. How's everybody doing, huh? Doing good out there? So, yeah, we're missing Money Mike tonight. That's all right. Mike's got a little business he got to take care of. But, you know, we all got our own business to take care of. So, crazy week, right? Sunday. Oh my goodness. It's the close. It's the close of the week. And right now, let's get into it, right? Let's just jump right into it. A lot of you know that I've been along, or actually, we haven't had an update for a good week. Yeah, it's unfortunate. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep the show going. Make sure everybody is good here. I'm trying to do this all by myself. So, all right. Yeah, I see you guys. Yeet, I see you. What up, man? All right. So let's jump right into it. I don't want to waste your time. So, what am I looking at? We're going to look at the long time frames first. Right, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. I don't want to confuse all you. So, what are we looking at? This is the weekly. So, each candle right here is representing 1 week of time. So, we get the weekly close 7 o'clock on Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. And as you can see, right, this is the last bull market, 2020. This is right here, we are testing the previous bull market high. We need to stay above this on the weekly time frame for us to remain in a bullish setting. Okay, so I can just take this line. I'm going to show you. You guys set yourself up with a Trading in View account so you can look at all this stuff. It's going to change the game for all of you. We can show you how to pull fibs and everything, but we talk about this in every episode. But right now, the weekly time frame is testing the previous high of the last bull market 4 years ago. If we close below that, it's not going to look good. I'm going to let you know right now. If we get this on, it's looking good right now. So within the next hour, we're going to know about this. Now, the beginning of the week opened up. Everybody was scared. They were like, oh, no. The weekly is now below the previous high, and that is not good. Right now, we're good. We have this huge tail, right? And this tail tells a story, all right? When you see a candle with a tail, it's basically, you're looking at, this is the comeback. You know, this is the great comeback story. It's a very bullish sign. So the fact if we close this to the next hour And in the place that we are, you're gonna see this thing start to rip up. All right, so let's get that. Let's show you that. And also, right, another thing, we had a crossover of the moving averages on the weekly. Every time this happens, right, we can look at it the last time it happened. No, I gotta pull up the Binance chart if we're gonna do that. No, not the Binance chart. Anyways, the last time we had a crossover was obviously the last bull market. Can't look at the 200 for some reason there. Anyways, we're getting a crossover on the weekly, right? And we're also getting a crossover right now as we speak. Look at this. See the moving averages? The white line, the 21 moving average, was below the yellow line, which is a 200 moving average. So this line represents 200 days, the yellow one, of the average price, and the white one is a shorter time frame. When we see these cross below, it's not good, and it usually, when you see that, it's pretty much a 60 to 70% time that the price will go down when you see these lines cross. And the inverse is true when you see them cross above each other. So when we look at the last time white line, the shorter moving average crossed above the yellow line, this is the golden cross, and we were at 50,000, 51,000, and we had a move to 63,000 within looks like, see, Monday, by Wednesday, so 3 days, the price moved $10,000 the last time we had this crossover, and it continued pretty much by Thursday of the other week. We saw the all-time high there. Right now, all right, we're getting that crossover. This is huge. It's big. It's big, all right? And we go down to the smaller time frames, you can see the same stories playing out. I want you guys to open up a TradingView account. Okay, how do you get the lines? I'm trying to look at how do you get the lines? Okay, so we're going to open up a TradingView account, and you're going to go into your indicators, and this is what you're going to type into the search bar, CBC 5MA DRS. All right, that's the one you're going to be looking for right there. I'm going to show you how to set up. I got to show you we can set up your TradingView account, everything like that. We'll go into all to the details in the class, but that is the if you're looking for it, set your TradingView account up. That is the one, CBC right there. I just showed you on the indicators, but right. And you can, when you get these lines, right, you can go in here, double click, and you're going to originally get, I think it's 20. You want to put in the 21. That's a secret right there. I'm giving you some secrets right now. So, yeah, we're going to use the 21, not the 20. So, all right, 15-minute. We're going to be looking for this right here. We had the crossover, right? What happens? I talk about it all the time. Every live stream I talk about it. When we have the white line cross above the yellow line, price action will have a big impulse, a big movement. It will usually go flat, and once it touches this, it doesn't always touch the white line, but once it touches the white line and these get above each other, price just booms, you know? And that's what we're watching right now in the 15-minute. Last time it happened right here, it didn't play out fully. Right? It's been testing it. We've been getting this sideways movement, and that's what I also see this on the hourly. Right? We're in this big symmetrical triangle. I'll show you how to do a measured move right here. So we draw a triangle to the high, it looks like we've already had the pattern break out. Once you see the pattern break out, it's gonna this moves off of an algorithm. So you just it's honestly mind blowing once you start doing this. Okay, so the symmetrical triangle is the same length. Okay, it can go to the upside, but we've already had the pattern break out, so the measure move, you use the back edge of the triangle, you can just move it to the breakout point, and that's our measure move. It's 72,000 right there. If we're gonna, same as it's in the inverse, so these triangles usually play out 50-50, so you either see a breakout in either direction, but as of right now we're getting a breakout in the upside, so it's targets 72,000 right there, 71,000 some. Most likely it's going to test this previous high. I mean, right now, if you're already in the trade, the likelihood that it's going to come and test the previous point here, where we went up to the high, the all-time high, it's going to test that area. But that's not like if, that's what it's doing right now, and the charts speak for itself. So that's the measured move of the symmetrical triangle. If we see this come back, and oftentimes it might come back and it retests the top of the pattern, that's highly likely. So if you're looking for an entry point, right, if it comes back to test the top of the triangle right here, I would say 65,700. It's a great entry point. Great entry point. And we're on the 1 minute right now, so this could play out within, let's see, you know, that might actually scare some people. Oh no, we're going back down. But like right now it looks like it's ripping up, right? Let's get down into the time frame here. I'll show you, right? And this, you can, price action repeats itself like fractals. All right, you can take all these patterns, you can zoom down to the 1 minute. They're going to play exactly the same way as they're going to play out in the 1 hour. They're not going to, it's honestly crazy. I'll show you. All right, so we have a flag here, right? I'll just show it to you. We had a flag that played out. This is the 1 minute. And look at this. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Measured move. It's making another flag, testing the 21. Crazy stuff once you start looking at this, right? You can measure your moves just using the patterns. Right now we're in a bullish environment, so the patterns are going to play out in a high likelihood. So what I just did was a flag, as a bull flag, and right now what I'm expecting this to do, right? Same thing. Repeat itself, right? We get something maybe like this, right? And then, you know, next move it plays up to 67, right? And you'll watch it, right? And make your TradingView account and just start drawing your flags, start looking your patterns. We'll go through this all the time, and just watch it, and it's crazy how it'll play out, because all this works off of an algorithm. Like, there's bots trading this right now. Now this could change. Maybe it can go down to, oftentimes, like, right, instead of a flag that goes sideways, you'll see something. This is a measurement tool, right? I'll teach you how to use this. It's called a Fibonacci. Just basically think of this as your measuring tape. Institutions like to draw this price down to the golden pocket. I'll teach you all about that with the golden pocket, right? It's the 618, the 786 retracement. Now that sounds probably like gibberish, right? But we'll just keep telling. I'll keep showing this to you. But it's called a Fibonacci retracement tool, right? You can grab it in your TradingView account. And this menu right here, it has a drop-down menu. We have all this cool stuff. Yeah, spirals, circles. I don't really use that much, but The fib right here, I'm going to just star that and make this like a favorite tool. The fib retracement is what we're going to use all the time. And basically how you use this, you take it from a swing low all the way to your swing high, and that's how you measure it. And all the time, I'll show it to you. We can just go back into the charts. I'll show it to you. The price will come back to the white line, or the yellow area, which is I like to call the golden pocket, and then it'll run. Usually they like to try to take all the stop losses out. So if you're looking for an entry point, right, you're going to look for the price to come back to this golden pocket, the 618. And here, I'll show you my fib. These are my settings in my fib, so you can take a screenshot of that. This is the special one, right? 706. That's gold right there. That's the secret zone, all right? You're not going to see that in too many places on YouTube, but all right, I just gave you some sauce. So the 706, they like to bring it there. This is how we can measure, right? We can measure where price is going to go using our fib. All right, let's try. I'll show it to you right here. Obviously, it came down right here. We can just go back into your charts and just pull your fib, right? Swing low, swing high. Isn't that funny, right? To the white line. So you could set limit orders, right? Before this even played out, right? You saw your swing high and it started playing. You're like, oh man, price might pull back to the 618. Why don't I just go into my limit order and set a limit order? If it fills, it fills. Right? Now you don't have to buy the top of this flag and watch it draw down. I mean, you know. And this plays out on all the time frames. All the time frames. Right now we're on the 1 minute. You can do it on the 1 hour, right? Anytime you see a big impulse, you can pull that fib, and it's going to give you an idea as to where price might go. So yeah, we're looking at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, we're going to get, looks like we're already getting our move. Looks like we're getting our move. This works on every chart. So if you wanted to trade gold, if you want to trade silver, you want to trade the S&P, you want to trade anything, it's literally plays out on every single asset. If you want to trade the dollar, right, it's kind of crazy once you start looking into this stuff, but price action repeats in fractals. It's almost as if it's stuck on like a set of rails. It can't get off the rails. So whether that's something to do with the bots that trade, but I'm showing you how the bots trade, or how the algorithms trade, or how institutions and other people that use the charts. See, look at this right here, right? Back here, that was another move I was showing, right? So this was a flag, right? To the bottom, the impulse to the top. Move it. Isn't that funny? And I put it with the green line. It took some time, right? It took some time, but you're gonna like, it's just kind of weird, man. Once you start, ladies and gentlemen, once you start looking at this stuff, it's kind of crazy. So you can almost basically predict where price is gonna go using the patterns, the charts, and I'm gonna just show you how to do it. So right, symmetrical triangle. This pattern is a measured move. You can take the length of it, and it can either break to the upside or to the downside. But right now it's playing to the upside. We might see a retest of the top of it, but either way, right? And then that's how it is. Pretty crazy. Yeah, so combine this with leverage trading. Now obviously you need to have risk management when you're leverage trading. You can lose a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money. I've lost thousands of dollars not knowing what I was doing. If you're gonna leverage trade, I highly advise that you just don't even just set up a demo account right now, because I have a demo account as well. I always demo trade. It's how you're gonna get good. It's how you're gonna like be able to do this kind of stuff and get confident when you start working with like big money. 100%. I want you guys to know, if you're gonna begin into leverage, you need to, before you even start putting any like a dollar, you need to set up a demo account and you need to start testing your patterns. We're gonna go over divergences, with our RSI. So I also like to use the you can use the stochastic RSI with divergences. This will help you in the beginning to like see some of this, but you can also just use the stochastic RSI. But this is like my favorite indicator, right? This combined with the moving averages, it's like it's a deadly weapon, right? So we had the bullish divergence right here. This is when, okay, let's go over the RSI, how this is. What is the RSI? It's the relative strength index. I don't know where all you are at, so I'm just going to kind of be at like the basics. It basically shows you how much strength is in the market, or how much like buying power, I guess you could say. When it's super low down here, you could just not even look at the price action, right? You could just buy when the Stokes are low, and like price goes up. Like that's how it is. Like the Stokes are low, right? Right here, Stokes are low, and then price goes up. Stokes, price goes up, right? So when it goes down, I have this zone. When it goes down below the 20%, it's in the oversold area. Yeah, I'm saying that right. And it's basically gonna get a move up. So right, you see when price goes up and then Stokes start going down, what does that tell you? Price action, we're getting more price, but the strength in the market, it tells us we still have gas, right? It could still go. But say, right, if the price is going up and this thing's pinned to the top, like almost right now, see the Stokes are high, but it can stay up high for quite some time. But when this gets up into the high zone, it needs to come back down and it needs to kind of reset, which is kind of probably what we're seeing right now. It's going to get a retest to the top of this pattern. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. So we need the Stokes to come back down, right? And have the price still up so that it can come back up and we get another move. You'll see when the Stokes get pinned out, price needs to come back down. So, right? You see price is low, Stokes are low. That's the recipe for, a breakout's coming, right? And then if you get like price moving above, right, the moving average, then yeah, you're gonna get, you get all these things combined, you're gonna get a move to the upside. We're looking for all these indicators to kind of align with themselves. And when you see all these lines kind of get flattened out and they get compressed together, it's like a spring. It needs to bounce in one direction or another. Every time they come together, right? See, look right here. We're going to look back here for the last one. Right? Big move up. They spread out. And then they come back together. They get tight. And then boom, they bust out for another one, right? So right now they came down and now they're tight. They're coming back tight together, right? That's what we want. So this is like a spring. And every time they come get tight, they're going to bust out in another move. So right now, as we speak, as we started this live stream, we just been in the move, you know. The likelihood, right? Even if you wanted to be super conservative, right, and you were playing on like super high leverage, the likelihood that this pattern, when it breaks out exactly where it is, it's right now it's coming back to test the top of the pattern. That is 100% a fact. You can bet grandma's house on that. It's coming back, all right? It's going to test this. Now, whether it's going to bust above it, now that's the question. Now, people already are in this trade. They're going to basically sell their orders right there. Right? And if you were already in the move, it's pretty much there. You're basically you'd be taking profits right now for sure. And you don't need to risk a lot of capital for that. Right? You can just put, you know, $1,000 into a leverage account. Now, you ain't gonna make a lot of money, like super spectacular money, you know, but you're gonna make decent money until you can basically get your strategy down. All right. Happy Sunday, by the way. Cheers. So, Bitcoin, right? Looking good. 630. Will we get the close? Right now, it looks pretty nice. Guys, 67,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. Everybody said it was bearish, right? Oh, no, it's going down. Oh, come on, guys. You know, we're doing the same thing we did last time. Right? Come on. It's the same game. So, why don't we look at a couple of the altcoins? What am I going to look at here? I'm going to pull up some of the altcoins. What's in my portfolio? What's in the portfolio? Yeah, and so yeah, there's a lot to take in at first. It might sound like I'm talking like a foreign language, and I'm 100%. I've been there. Okay, I've been exactly where you've been. The more time you spend, hang out with me, guys like me that are interested. We're doing this stuff. You're just gonna learn. You know, when I was skateboarding when I was a kid, you know. Hell yeah, we're going to get the group together, and it's going to make everybody's going to be, we're all going to be talking to each other. So we're all going to be looking at the charts, and we can all teach each other. And then you're going to probably, I mean, you can start looking at stuff. Yeah, watch the videos that we watched before, me and Mike recorded before. But we're going to basically in the Discord, I'm going to have a whole set of videos. It's going to break everything down. I'm going to give you the syllabus. It's going to have step 1, 2, 3, everything that it's going to make super easy. Like, so, and it's going to be able to combine all this knowledge, and it's going to basically give you a whole new vision on the charts, right? You're going to be able to look at the charts in a whole new way than you did before, right? See, look at this trend line. It all goes back. Isn't that funny? You just start drawing these trend lines, you know. You'll start seeing things with your eyes that you didn't see before, and it's all going to make sense, right? And this is how institutions trade. This is how a professional trades, because, I mean, as you can see, what I just showed you speaks for itself. If you use these strategies with high leverage, you can make pretty good money, but you have to be able to know how to do risk management. If you don't have a good risk management strategy, you're going to get wrecked. And I got wrecked. It's not fun blowing up an account. It's like losing the video game. You don't want to lose the video game, all right? That's why we're going to get you demo trading. There's a whole step to this process. And if you do it wrong, it's like, you know, I don't know if anybody of you played the guitar or piano or an instrument. If you learn something wrong, it's a pain in the ass to go back and try to learn it the right way. So we're going to get you to learn the right way, right? And there's a whole set of this that's, you know, it involves psychology, and you're going to learn things about yourself that you didn't know, and this is probably the hardest thing you're ever going to do. So yeah, I'm learning, man. Just learning about the flags changes the whole. Yeah, definitely, man. I'm gonna show you stuff, right? I mean, you can just tune into this live stream. I'm gonna show you stuff. Just get this light on. Jesus, dark as hell in here. I'm gonna show you stuff in this live stream that's gonna blow your mind, man. Like, people pay thousands of dollars. Just what I showed you right now, people pay thousands of dollars just to learn that kind of stuff. All right, but I'm gonna give you the free sauce because, well, I want you to see my work speaks for itself, and the whole Discord and everything else. The $33 a month, whatever it is, right? It's gonna be, you're gonna make the money back in the first day that you can make the money back just watching this live stream. So yeah, let's get into some of the altcoins. Meme coins have been going crazy. Why don't we look at some of them, right? I had gotta turn off your emotions. Yeah, that's what it is, man. You don't turn off your emotion. Yeah, it's a crazy battle. Been there, right? Okay, so right, exactly what we were looking at with Bitcoin, right? Boom, right off the bat, symmetrical triangle, right? You got a target of 375. And that's a psychological area as well. So you think about like 75 cents. People, they automatically just put in 75 or 350 or like $3, like nice and even numbers. Like a lot of sell orders are sitting at that area. So you can imagine, even yourself, if you're in the position, I'm going to sell. Oh, I'm just going to put 375. Boom. So how funny is that? I just, I'll just tell you, it's the price. It's going to $3.75 next. That's just the breakout area, but we also have almost looks like this flag too. So like long-term price target. We're just doing some crazy numbers. That seems crazy, right? But $5.34, 35 cents. That's the measured move of the flag, right? The likelihood it's going there because people are doing the same thing that I'm just showing you right here, and they're setting their orders, they're setting their buy stop limits and everything else. So that's how it does. That's how we do. That's how we do, man. That's whiff, right? Dog with hat. The meme coins. I saw this one too. Slurf. It's not a U, it's an E. Slurf. So, right off the bat, what am I looking at? I'm going to take my fib. Swing high, swing low. Make sure we get the candle bodies and not the wicks. So it looks like it went a little past the 706. Right? But we have this starting to curl up and we have bullish divergence. See the green lines? So when we see the green lines, this is pinned out though. I don't like that. See that? I don't like how the Stokes are in the extreme area. That tells me we got more downside. So, right, if you have your stochastics all the way pinned up, it doesn't, I mean, price could continue up. I mean, I could be wrong. But if you look at the charts, every time when you see the stochastics up this high and price is still going down, it tells me, oh, you got probably a little bit more downside to go. This is a meme coin though, so the charts sometimes don't work like that with the meme coins. Let's look at baby, huh? Let's look at this one. Gotta make sure it's the right one. This is it, HTX, huh? Looks like they have it on. Yeah, they don't even have MEX. It's not on MEXC yet. Make sure I get this right. Let's look at this. Make sure. So if you're not sure, this is the one. Yeah. Come to CoinMarketCap to get the information. Set yourself up with a CoinMarketCap, right? So this is the coin. It looks pretty good here. And go down to markets. So when you click on markets here, this will let us know everywhere we can buy this coin. I can get it on the a lot of these dexes, Jupiter and Radium. These two are hot right now. So since the meme coin is hot, all the meme coins on Solana, you can basically you just know the protocols, say like Jupe and Ray, are just gonna be automatically going up because the usage. People are gonna have to use it just to get the meme coins. So buying Radium and Jupiter it's a smart idea right now. All right, so let's see. This is the one right here, HTX. I don't know. I'm not sure if I never heard of HTX. Look at this, huh? Let's pull high, swing high to swing low. Yeah, it's close. It's in the area that you want to buy. So right. And this is another pattern, right? Write this one down. It's called the Adam and Eve. You got a sharp spike down. And then you have what you have is a round bottom. And you can just say round bottoms make lots of money. You know? This is what we call, see this right here? It's called an Adam and Eve. And in here you have a cup and handle too. And I don't even need to like, it sounds like I'm making up words, right? I'll just show you. Like, this stuff, it's funny. Right? Adam and Eve pattern. Right? Sharp spike, curve bottom. This is a textbook example right here of an Adam and Eve. Double bottom right here. Look these up. This is huge. So what do we got on baby? Boom. Adam and Eve double bottom. So how do we measure this, right? Well, we also have a flag that's playing here, right? You got a flag that's playing out in the breakout. And you can take the length of the flagpole and your targets, right? We can come back to this on the next live stream, right? My target, and you just be like, wow, that's crazy. It just plays out that way. 0.005906, right? And let's see, what kind of gains are those? Oops, not the fib. We'll take our long position. Oops. It's our long position here. We could put a stop loss right below the flag. So that's 13%, right? That's 13% off that play. So that's a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio, right? These are the type of plays we are looking at for, because the we want to set ourselves up. We're going to put a stop loss right there, and if it doesn't play out, right, we get away from the trade. Now, since this is a meme coin, I wouldn't even worry about this. But if you were to play this as traditional finance, say like Bitcoin, we'd put a stop loss here, because if it plays out and it does not go in our favor, it automatically sells and we walk away. Now, the fact that it's breaking out here, this is 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. So basically, right, every time I bet, and if I lost the bet, I would lose $100. But if I won the bet, I'd win $400, right? That tells me I can lose 4 times in a row, and all I need to do is have one of these patterns play out in my favor, and I win all of my losses back. So this is how we make money. So the limit trades, what do you use limit trades for? So limit trades are basically a bot that you can set up, and it's going to buy when you tell the bot to buy. If you tell the bot to buy at 5 cents, it's going to execute the order at 5 cents. If you have, say, like a bot that you wanted to protect yourself, if price drops below this point, you can set up what's called a stop limit order. So it's going to stop your losses, and it's going to sell your position, and you don't have to be at your computer or your phone to do so. So these are they're called maker bots. So you got what's called makers and takers. When you market buy, you are taking a position from the market. They're going to pay you. You're going to pay less fees when you use a maker order, so a limit order, because you're making the market. You're putting an order onto the market, and you are actually making up the price book. So you're going to get a smaller fee for that. And most professional traders use limit orders. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, I use market orders all the time. So I market out positions all the time. So there's nothing wrong with marketing out. Just know that they might charge you a little bit more of a fee to do so. So yeah, price target on baby there is 0.005906. We'll come back and what is this? This is the hourly. We'll come back, we'll check out Monday. It might even be within the next 24 hours we see that. But right now, looks like a round bottom. But we also have to worry about, see it right here? When price fell, it stopped around this position, right? You can even say it stopped right here. So we have to get through that level first. That's an area of significance. I guarantee you when we come up, it's going to test this area, because it fell and it stopped there. And you also have, see, right, all this right here too. So a couple of levels, and not even that, forget about it, because look where our price target is. Isn't that funny? When it came back up and it bottomed out again, how many times did it touch where our price target is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? It fell up and then came back, right? And that's exactly where our price target is. Isn't that a coincidence? I think not. And look at, not even that. When it first busted up, boom, came down, exactly where our price target is. This is what we call a support and resistance flip. So SR flip. So right now it's gone below this area. It needs to come back above it. If it cannot come back above this, it's going to continue to go down. That is a fact. And we're watching it play out right now. So watch these areas, right? You can draw this where that flag originally was, right? It's not a coincidence. It's just how it works. And we can pull this up on any price, any chart. You can do this in traditional finance. It's just how it works. It's how the algorithm plays out. Let's see another one, right? What am I looking at? I watched this one. I got in on this Games for a Living this week. because I saw it was in the area that I want to buy, right? This hasn't been doing too much crazy action, to be honest with you. I'm kind of disappointed. Well, it had some good action at first, but right now it's pulled back and it's starting to curve up. So this is another one that could possibly start doing some stuff within the coming weeks. Right? We had a pullback and now it's pulling up. Right? And our measurement tool, right? Right exactly to the golden pocket. This is what we look for. Usually when it pulls back to this pocket, it starts retracing up. If you don't see that, then just look for another one. There are so many out there. It's crazy. You can just do this all day. You can just find any asset. And that's games for a living. A lot of gaming tokens I've been seeing doing good. AI tokens. Yeah, this has been going on. So technical analysis really started becoming popular in the 80s. You can look up Oliver Velez on YouTube. He was one of the guys that really made this popular and basically changed the game for a lot of people. So this works with stocks and the NASDAQ stocks, S&P 500, all that. I'm not a big stocks guy because it doesn't move fast enough for me. So, and we can make money off of volatility. So, prices going down, we can still be making money. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Right? We're gonna be shorting. We call that making money anywhere in the markets. And I remember last time those prices was crashing, I was like, damn, I wish I just knew how to make money when price was going down. I didn't know where the information was. But guess what? You got the info right here. So Aptos. This is one I bought this week, right? I see this one doing good. It's been making moves. That's this 4 hour. This is a daily. So right, nice round bottom. It's coming back to test at least the high. So from where it's at right now, let's see. Put this, you could just measure this move. Right? So if you jumped in right now, that's 15%. Boom. Take your money. 15%, right? I don't chase. I usually go into, like, say, the lower time frames. We go down to the 1 minute and we look for a flag, right? Or we look for a 618 retracement, like I showed you. But right now, see, look, the flag's already broken out. You can just do this on all the time frames. So this is Aptos. I put this one out. I know this one's probably not the best play right now. What was another one I put out? Was it this one? Bitrise, I think. I trade this one a lot. Been making good money on trades. They've taken a little bit of time to play out. Yeah. So look at this one, right? Get rid of that. That was a fib I pulled before. It failed, right? I was expecting to buy, and it came down. So sometimes that'll happen, right? So I bought the 618, and now I'm still holding, but now it pumped up again, right? And look where it's testing. Previous support, right? And you can see in the overall picture of something like this, we have a rounded bottom, right? This is what we look for. And the chances that this comes back to test the top of this pattern, so this is Bryce, B-R-I-S-E, okay? Now, if this one, if this tests the top of the pattern, okay, right? I've been holding. This is a 500%. You're looking at 6x right here. If this comes back to test the top, its previous all-time high in April of 2022, right there. So that's a 6x. Boom, right? I'm in that bit rise. That's a good one. It's been taking some time, but I see good things going for this coin. Bitrise, I'm pretty sure it's called. Oh, there's another one I got into this week. Coming up on 7 o'clock here, we're gonna keep an eye on Bitcoin when we come up here. Make sure we get this closed, but as of right now, I'm not getting alerts, so I'm gonna show you, right? How important is this to set up a TradingView account? You can set up alerts to your phone, right? So all these lines I'm showing, right? Say, right, I drew the fib, right? And I had an area, I had a price target I'm looking for. I can right click and I see add alert on horizontal line. So, right, I can put only once per bar. I can set up alerts right to my cell phone, right to my Gmail, right to everything. When price gets here, it's going to send me an alert right then and there. And I'm going to know, oh, boom. It's my time to jump in right now. I can put a name on that. It's like, oh, go time, baby. You know, like, yeah. And then when price comes down to here, right, it's going to hit my alert on the phone. It's going to hit my alert. And I'm like, okay, time to jump in. Boom, right? That's funny. Did it just, I think it just peaked down right there. That's funny. But yeah, so that's how, yeah, Aerodrome. That's, I'm seeing big things for this. So he's got a lot of big capital behind this one. You can get it on Coinbase, right? So this one's popular right now. A lot of you already know, like, you just need someone in your life, right, to help you out and show you the direction. So look at this. Isn't this funny? Look at Aerodrome. What did I talk about with the Stokes? Prices going up, right? Look at where the Stokes are. This is what we look for. This is huge. And you see how it's like doing this little squiggle thing, right? Right here. Oh, come on. This little squiggle thing. Price has been just 42 cents to 96 cents, and the Stokes are going down. What does that tell you? Right? It's, this thing's gonna moon. This thing is looking nice. Aerodrome. That one's hot right now. Yeah, let's see what else. Been put out. This one came down. Oh man. Oops. So DeFi Kingdoms, another gaming token. This one came down when I tried to enter once again on this fib. But I'm holding, right? Because the 200's holding, right? And we're still making higher lows. This one I see doing some work, right? Look at this. I don't know where this thing could go, right? Then the next area of support and resistance is all the way up here. $4. I know this is like moon math right here. But I mean, this is not the question with what we've been seeing with the yeah, I got an airdrop for Silly Orca and made me these airdrops have been crazy lately. Yeah. So DeFi Kingdoms, or a Jewel, this one could do damage. I'd keep this on your radar, alright, because no one's really kind of paying attention to this right now. But this one I could see doing some crazy stuff, right? Especially with what the charts are showing me. This is a gaming token. That's Jewel. Let's see. This one I'm not too happy about. Mav. It could still come back, right? We went over this in the previous live stream, right? This is one we've been monitoring. So unfortunately, yeah, it was kind of making its parabolic curve, and then it kind of just failed. Now maybe are we just pulling back to the 618? Maybe that's what's going on, right? Or maybe it's just going to bounce off the 0.5. So if it's super bullish, see how it's bounced off the 0.5? This is your first area. Next stop would be the 618, right? Isn't that funny though? Like, look where the 200 moving average is, right at the 618 golden pocket. So that's area of confluence there. Once we see this, it's starting to go, but this is a relatively new one. That's MAV. Didn't really play out the way we expected it with the flag, but it could be just retesting the pattern. Yeah, gaming is huge right now. Yeah, professional. I mean, I would just do normal. You're just a normal retail, so I would just do the free one right now. I paid for mine because I wanted to set up as many alerts as possible, but that's something you can get down the line. I suggest looking at that Black Friday. Black Friday is where it's at with these things. You get the best deals. But right now, I mean, just get used to using TradingView. You can get all these tools, same stuff that I got. You just won't be able to set up like 100 alerts, you know. But you can just manage that kind of stuff in your tab over here. Let's see. What is this other one that was like saucer swap? Sauce. This is one that I was looking at, right? Boom. Impulse. 618, right? Now it's kind of bounced. So this is an area that I'd be looking at. Sauce. Looking at what are we looking at? Where's the price target? They're like, come on, Crypto Corey, I want to know what the price target. We had the flag, right? Now we had the breakout. 29 cents. Right? What is that? What is that? 95%. Ooh. Hot doggy. Right? You could put your stop loss. I mean, 25% stop loss. So, I mean, 25% is a lot of money. But you're looking at a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio right here. So, if you play this out, right? 3 times you lose $100. But if you win once, you win $500. That's how that works, right? And managing your risk like this is exactly how you stay in this market forever. And you gotta learn. You're gonna lose money. It sucks, and you just gotta get good at losing money, because you just gotta know when it comes around. You're gonna win. Basically, what I'm showing you right here, it's like if I had a quarter, and I told you 7 times I flip this quarter, it's gonna land on heads. Right? Out of 10 times, you know, you're going to win 7. So you can lose depending on your risk, right? You can lose, you know, you can lose a good amount of times and still have 1 win make up for all your losses, right? 7 out of 10. So you can lose 4 times, right? And you can have 1 time make up for your loss. Isn't that crazy? When you start thinking about it. That's how we do it. Not 4, 3. Jeez, can I do math tonight? What am I doing? 3 times. Jeez. Anyways, all right. Sauce. We went over that one. That's a Dex, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I'm just pulling that off the top of my head. AE. This is another one I'm in. So some of these I just been in. I don't know. To be honest, like some of these I'm in, I don't know exactly what they are, but I love the charts, right? Because the charts telling me there's money here. So this is A Eternity. Got me, right? Let's see, I'll bring it up here. A Eternity, right? This one came across my desk this week. It was like last week, actually. Sorry. You can get them on here. This one I see doing some crazy stuff, as you can see with the charts. So it's been flat, right? Look at that wick. That's crazy. All the way to $1. Right now it's at 4 cents. So this thing could do some damage, right? Yeah. What does that wick mean? Oh, that means there's someone that bought a huge order that, like, we're talking massive, like, millions of dollars. I mean, that's got to be institution. I mean, 100%. That kind of money put in there. Let's look, what is the market cap? So come into here, we can look at the market cap. Fully diluted market. Oh, wow. 23 million. So something like this, that's crazy. I didn't know. 23 million. Something like this can go to zero like that. It can also double like that. So high risk, super high risk. We look for these coins, right? We look for these coins because doing a 10x on something with only $23 million market cap, like, some of these coins, I mean, they're like $1 billion, like $100 billion market cap. Like, if even gets close to like $1 billion market, I mean, like, you're looking, yeah, you 5x. That's what it is. If you get to $1 billion, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're looking for. You look for these coins that have such a low market cap. You know, that's how we get in. That's how we get our big. That's how you 10x. You know. What's up with the coins? Super small, like tens of thousands. So yeah, you gotta watch out for something like that. Tells you the market cap's the pool of money that's in the coin. So if they want to pull all the money out, it could be like that. So watch for that kind of stuff. Super low market cap means there's a potential you can make a lot of money, but you also want to look at the circulating supply. I'm sure y'all know this. So see right here, we got 400 million pretty much total circulating supply, but we have 536 million in the max supply. So where are the rest of those coins? You know what I'm saying? It might be delegated to the developers. They might have a certain amount, and then those coins could be dumped onto the market at any time. So you have to be cautious about something like that. But we look for these coins with small market cap like this because the chance they can double. I mean, think about it. If you can double your money, I mean, I get it. You got a lot of you guys out there. You're looking for, I'm gonna, quadruple my money. I mean, it happens, but we should take a realistic point of view with this kind of stuff. As soon as you double your money, right, I want you to just take your money that you initially invested in. I want you to just take it out, right? You're like, what are you talking about, Corey? That's kind of crazy. Well, right then, when you do that, think about it. You're now playing with the house's money. you're not even playing with your money anymore, right? You've completely removed the risk. Once you start doing moves like that, now you don't even have to take that all your money out. You could do 50%, but start thinking about that. When you start, especially, I'm telling you right now, when I get over 20-30% on a trade, I take a good portion of the initial investment out because I know that it can crash at any moment. And for me, on my swinging, I my swing bags I don't hold for a very long period because I have my long-term bags that I hold for and the projects that I believe in. But I have a swing bag that I've already accepted that I'm okay with if price keeps going when I sell. I'm okay, that if I buy, it's going to go down a little bit lower because my plans and my graphs and the strategies I use, they play out. And they might take a little time, but they play out. All right. And I'm taking that swing bag and I'm just stacking into my long-term bag, into the projects I believe in. Because I found once you kind of get this down, it's a little bit stressful at first. But once you start taking your money at these places, right, at the measured moves, right, you say, oh, price can keep going, but it hit my measured move. I need you to tell yourself in your head, it hit my measured move. I need to take profits. That is just the rule. Like, if you want to start making actual money on this, if you want to stop working, you could just start doing this as a job. Start looking at it as like from a business perspective. Take your money, mitigate your risk. We're going to talk about moving your stop loss to break even. So if the pattern doesn't break out, guess what? You're losing zero money. You can even get to the place in the position where, guess what? We're going to move our stop loss into take profit. So, oh no, sometimes the pattern didn't play out. Well, guess what? We're still getting paid, right? We're getting paid no matter what. I want to show you that because there's so many opportunities in this market. It doesn't matter. I mean, if it keeps going, we're paying ourselves. We're gonna approach this from a business perspective. I'm looking at doing this I don't want to work anymore. All right. I don't know about you guys out there, but I don't want to wake up, drive to a 9-to-5 job and have to answer to another man and work for another man to achieve his dreams. It wasn't my dream, My dream is to be able to travel around and rock climb. I love rock climbing. I just want to see the country. I just want to travel and trade. That's all I want. So I want you to write down, if you have a goal, this is number one, before we even get into the charts, before you even think about it, I need you to write down a goal, and I want you to outline what is your perfect life. What do you want from this? And this is not for me. It's not for anybody. This is for yourself. I want you to look at that piece of paper every single day, and I want you to put down, I want this type of car. It doesn't even, like, cars are not a big thing, but if cars are a big thing to you, put that on the list. I want this type of car. I want this house at this neighborhood. I want this type of wife. She has blonde hair or whatever. I want you to get super specific about it, Like, yeah, I want to own some. Yeah, man, I want to own a lot of land. I want you to put that on a piece of paper, and you want to, because what happens when you do that, right? It wasn't in existence. What you were thinking of, your goals, everything that was in your head, it wasn't in existence until that point. When you took it from here and you put it here, you brought it into the physical realm. That's huge. A lot of people don't understand that. But when you bring that to this place, your life changes, man. That's what I'm saying. So bring it into this physical realm. It doesn't matter how hard or difficult or crazy you might think it is. Put it down on the list. If that's what you want, put it down on the list. And I have one more thing to say. If your goals don't make people laugh, well, Your goals aren't big enough. If your goals don't make normal people laugh when they hear them, they're probably not big enough. That's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, let's see. Oh, 7:15. Let's see what happened. Bitcoin. I'm not surprised, you know. Ooh, that was a little scary. I looked at that. I was like, oh, that looked like a big drop. Where are we? Where are we at? I'm in space right now here, right? I saw that big red candle. I'm like, oh, that didn't look good. 75,000, 67,600. Sorry, right? Boom, boom, right? That's the sound. That's the sound that makes. Boom, right? What did I talk about? I was saying, oh, well, the chances that you could take your trade right here at the top of the pattern, you would have just gotten paid. That's how it works. It's that easy. It's that easy. Honestly, now that I've shown it to you, it'll just make you laugh. Like, why didn't I see this before? Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Pretty freaking sweet, guys. Like, we could pay ourselves doing this stuff. So I'm in a long-term leverage trade. So I'm going to show you the secret strat. I can't give you away all the sauce, right? I'm going to show you the strategy, how basically you can just make money using your phone, print it, you know, and you don't even need to risk a lot of capital. It's pretty funny. This is the money printer, right? This is the money printer model. I'll go over that. But I love seeing these big red candles. Like, what, Corey? You love seeing red candles? Well, when I see something like this, the 4-hour break below the 21, oh man, I get excited, because this is money, guys. This is money. Like, you're basically getting free money here. Well, everybody's freaking out, right? Everybody's freaking out. Oh, it's going back down. I'm buying. I'm adding to my position, because I mean, look what happened. All you need to do is just look at back what happened in the last cycle. Like, just look at that stuff. It'll tell you. The chances that we're going back to 72,000 right now are like high probability. High probability right now. And you go on YouTube right now and like you'll see like YouTube, oh, we're going down. They're still bearish. They're still bearish. They're telling you, oh, it's going down. So, you know, I might be wrong. I'm not always right, all right? And I'm not always right. I don't want to make it seem like I'm always right, but the stuff that I paid a lot of money, guys, to like learn this stuff, to bring this to you. And I've spent hours every day learning how to do this so I can bring it to you guys. And it just speaks for itself. So we're gonna get this the course put together. I want to get you guys on this level, right? It's gonna change your life. We're gonna change our lives together, actually, because once you're part of this trading group, you're gonna be a part of a family. This is gonna be it's gonna be for life. You know, you're gonna be doing this every day. We're all gonna be making so much money. Like I told you. We're not even going to be working anymore. I don't have to be a machinist. I'm a machinist, right? For my job, manual machinist. I don't even do computer. Everybody's doing CNC. I do the old school manual machining, everything done handwork, because I love a challenge. I love challenging myself. This is what this is, man. I'm showing you. I wanted to challenge myself that anybody can do this. If you put enough time and effort into learning this, you can be the guys on Wall Street. You can make money, right? Anyone can do this. It's not that difficult. I'm gonna give you the keys. So I don't know if anybody has any questions, anything. Oh yeah, chicken. So yeah, chicken coops. Oh yeah, there you go. So like, carpentry, it takes a lot of skill. A lot of like people don't understand, like people that work with their hands, like They take pride in their work. They care about what they do, you know? They care about doing things the right way. And so many people out there, they're at their job. They don't care. They don't really. They're just there to collect a paycheck, you know. In a way, I am too. It's like, you know, I realize that. I mean, I don't want to like call anything out, but it's like I make the amount of money that the company makes off of my work, my physical work there. It's crazy. So it's I know I'm smarter, smart enough to do this stuff where I can be my own boss. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. You just got to be able to put the time and effort every single day. I want you to go and look up what these words are. You know, what is volume? Look up what, you know, volatility is. I want to, you know, look up what liquidity is. You know, all these words. If I say a word in here and you don't know what it is, I want you to look it up. I want you to look and educate yourself. It takes some time. It might be tedious at first, but you're gonna completely change your life. You're gonna know what people are talking about. A lot of YouTubers are not gonna talk about this stuff, you know. Yeah, well, you know, and when I first started listening to people like this on YouTube that talk all technical, like I didn't know anything that they're saying, but that's what I did. I just started looking up what the words meant, and then I also started doing this. See, like, I want you to just write this. Get a notebook, right? I want you to look at this. What is a double top and a double bottom, right? We have a Adam and Eve double bottom here, and just make that like one thing in your book each day. I want you to study a pattern. There's a lot of these patterns. There's so many of them. And if you're a guy like me, I'm super good at seeing patterns. Like, I'll just pull up the chart and then boom, it's just right there in front of me. That's my strength. I can just see a pattern instantly. And these patterns, I mean, you just look at them. You look at what kind of, if you see the pattern, look it up. Oh, what does double top mean? Oh, double top is bad. It means that we're going to pull down. Oh, okay. So now you have more information right there. Boom. You see the pattern. Now combine that with the moving averages. Combine that with the stochastics. Combine that with your Fibonacci. Well, the more things you keep stacking on each other, the more you're going to figure out, oh, wow, these things play in my favor. We're just looking for these things to play out, and we play off of statistics and probabilities. You don't even need to know anything about the news. All right, you need to know, right, if there's an FOMC or like a wild card that's in the news, you need to know about that. All right, but if nothing like that's playing out, the chances that these patterns are going to play out are super high likely. Like, it's pretty crazy. You can just prove it to yourself. Yeah, it's once you see it, it's just there. Yeah, once you see this stuff, you're not going to be able to unsee it. And it's pretty insane how price works in fractals, right? So this is like the flag, right? We just pull up the chart. It pulled back to the 618. Exactly, like, you know, see, look, we can just go into a smaller channel. See, this was in a channel, right? Price was bouncing down into this channel. What happened? Once it broke out of the channel, it came back to test the top of the channel. Look at all these tails too, right? What did I talk about in the beginning? It's that comeback story. 3 tails? Like, oh my goodness. What does that say? It means the bears tried to push this down, but they could not do it, and everybody bought this back up, and it drew the price back up. When we see a tail, it means the candle was originally down in this point, much like this area, but within that 4-hour time frame, the price drew back up to the top of the candle, creating this tail. That means they tried to push it down, but they could not. And what happened with the Stokes? Look, right? Stokes floored out right below the 20% area. That was our sign, right? Are the Stoics so low? And we tested the top of the pattern, and then we're off. Now we're above the 21, right? It's that simple. It's pretty crazy, right? And now we're getting this cross, right? Isn't that beautiful? What happens when we see the lines cross? This is called the 200 SMA halt. What does that mean? So the white line crosses above the 200, and price comes back to touch the white line, and it says halt. Wait a second. We got to make sure everything's good here. And when it does that, and it confirms, right, and it bounces off this white line, well, guess what, folks? You're off to the races, right? Now, this is great. This is beautiful stuff, right? You're front running the cross. That's what everybody's doing right now in this this huge area right here. Everybody who's bought right here, they're expecting the crossover because it is crossing over. That's what it is, right? Now, can it confirm? That's the big thing. Can it confirm? Right? Let's just go look at it one more time, right? Last time it happened. Get this box out of the way. Last time it happened was right here. We're watching it play out in real time right now. Right? Isn't that crazy? So that was what I was doing. What's the measured move here? Where is our next stop? $86,246. Well, we're just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, that's the measured move from the flag. That sounds funny, but yeah, that's where we're at. We're gonna have to come back to that, folks. We'll see what happens. It's funny, right? But the likelihood of this playing out is high probability. High probability. It's kind of a fucked up flag, right? I don't know. I guess, but still, it's a flag. And yeah, 85,000, 86,000, yeah. Depends on where you draw it, but that's the measured move from there. And, right? Yeah, look at that. Right? Let's zoom right in. It got close. Got close to 618. So why didn't it go all the way down? Oh, look at, because of the flag. You gotta take this into consideration, right? When the flag first formed on Bitcoin, it stopped right there. Of course it's gonna stop right there. That's SR. That's support and resistance. And see what this big spike right down here came down, touched, and then came back up. It's exactly the same thing as this. All this stuff, when you look at it, it's crazy. You'll basically be able to see where price is going. So all these guys are saying, oh, it's going to 200. Oh, it's going to $500,000 this cycle. You know, like, where are they getting that number from? That's what you got. Where are you getting that number from? Where am I mean, go back and look at my previous live streams. So what am I expecting for this cycle? How do we do that? Right? How do we even measure where price is going? So look at this. I'm going to just blow your mind real quick before I get going and make some food here. So this was the 2017, 2018 Bitcoin bull market. We can take our measurement tool, right? I'm going to showed you how to set up your fib. But instead of swing low to swing high, we're going to swing high to swing low. Ooh, Corey, what are you doing there? So now let's draw this over here a little bit. Get back over here. Bear with me for a second. I want to make sure you can see this. Swing high. Of course, this one's getting my way. Swing high to swing low. So, what happens? So your 1 here is your top, and your low is your bottom. The way I set up my Fibonacci is how we can measure where is price going. So, what happened in 2020? Let's bring this back a little bit. I want to make sure I get this right. Bear with me so I can show you how to do this properly. Gotta get that a little bit lower. Alright. So using the last bull market, we can measure where price is going to go using the fib. So after the 2017 bull market, price went all the way to the 3rd deviation. All right. The 3rd deviation of the Fibonacci, right? This is how we measure. What did we do? I want to make sure you guys know because it was a little slow there. You take your swing high all the way to the swing low of the previous bull market. Price went all the way to 66,000 or 69,000, and that was the 3rd deviation of the Fibonacci. What happens, right, when we do this? When we take the 2020 bull market, swing high to swing low. So if we retrace to the 3rd deviation, where is that? Because that's exactly what happened in the last bull market. Well, folks, that gives us a measured move of $228,000. That's just what the price, the target is. So my target is $225,000 Bitcoin. That's what the charts say. Now we've seen diminished returns over time. We can just see to the 3rd deviation, right? And that's $205,000. But the chances, right? So once we pass the 1st deviation, well, which guess what, folks? We're doing that currently. We're going to the 1st deviation and the 2nd deviation. So the speed that we're going to go to the 2nd deviation is going to blow your mind. All right. And where is that? It's $126,000 Bitcoin. It's our next stop, folks. You heard it here, folks. First, $125,000 Bitcoin is coming. It's going to be coming pretty soon. All right. It's gonna blow some people's minds. So that's using your fib. I'm gonna get you guys using your fib so that you're gonna be using this tool all the time. So I want to end this on a good note, right? This is great. It's great stuff. I'm going to show you how to do all this just by watching. Oh yeah, so yeah, once you sit back, even that just means everything else will everything else will go up because everybody else is going to be taking profits from Bitcoin, and they're going to be doing like what we do. We just take our profits and we invest into the coins that we believe in. So it's just the cycle's repeating itself, and everybody's like, oh, it's going to zero when it was at $16,000. I mean, I bet you we're just out there buying, you know. That's what we do. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you for all the good yeah, love the yeah, man, this is going to get better. It's going to get better. I mean, my work speaks for itself. I know. Usually Mike was with me. He's got a little he has some stuff he has to take care of, which is cool. But Mike, he's good in the stocks and the traditional finance. So we have that whole other area that we do is just traditional finance. So if you want to learn options and everything else, so it's going to be a whole kit and caboodle with this thing. You know, you're going to get all of it, and you can take all this information that I'm showing you. It's all going to be in video, so I'm going to break it down super easy, so it's where I'm not just like all over the place talking about a bunch of stuff. So you're going to be able to get all this stuff. And once you got it, I mean, you're not going to lose it. Like, no one can take that's the most beautiful thing about education. No one can ever take this away from you. That's the thing. And people pay thousands of dollars for it. That's the thing. People pay thousands of dollars. I spent the last 4 years learning all this stuff through the whole bear market just because I knew it's going to change my life. So just approach it from that perspective. Just know this information is going to change your life. Everything's going to change, and every goal that you ever wanted, everything that you want to do, well, it's right there. It's just how hard you guys, how hard are you willing to work for it? Well, I mean, I couldn't sleep at night. I was like, why is it that this guy has a Ferrari and I don't? I don't even want a Ferrari. Or how does this guy have all that money? How is it that they can work from home and they don't have to go to a job? How is it that this guy can travel and do all this and that? Well, this is it. So, homework tonight. Write down a piece of paper. What do you want? What are your biggest goals in life? It doesn't matter. Don't even think, oh, that's not impossible. No, don't even think that. I want you to write down a piece of paper what you want and take what's up here and bring it into the physical realm. Bring it here. Bring it into reality. Make your dreams into reality. All right, guys. Well, with that, I'm going to head out. I'm going to make some food. Why are these fruit? Why? Yeah, they're getting lucky. And guess what? So the teenagers are, before I go, why are the teenagers getting rich? Well, guess what? They got lucky. And what happens when you get something that you're not supposed to have? Well, life has a funny way of taking it back. It's going to take it back, and then it's going to take a little bit of flesh with it, too. So, I mean, that'd be great. It'd be great if you, came up on a bunch of like $1 million, couple $1 million on a meme coin, right? But what's going to happen? I mean, usually these people either hold it all the way down, they get caught left holding the bag. Look at the Dogecoin millionaire. Or, yeah, you lose it. You're going to just put it into something else. And life has a funny way of taking what you're not supposed to have, taking it back. So you have, if you made all that, it's like, what did you learn? You didn't learn anything. You just bought Dogcoin, or you just bought Doge or whatever. You know, like, you didn't learn anything. And when the next opportunity presents itself to you, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't even know what to do. And that's the thing. That's what you're going to learn here. You're going to see all the opportunities. And even though things play out more, we can't get greedy. That's the biggest thing. We have to put it all into perspective. Like, you know, if you make $50 off a trade, boom, $50. Like, that's half my groceries right there. Like, put into that kind of perspective. And you're going to change everything, the whole way you look at this. Because there will always be opportunities in this market. It doesn't matter. Price can go up or down, right? Doesn't matter. We get our strategies down, it's just going to pay us. That's what we're doing. We're just going to make money. All right, so you hit even if I ever hit 12x on, yeah. I would just even consider, even if you double your money, start thinking about how to mitigate your risk. Because depending on how much you have into it, I mean, if say, I mean, it's one thing if you put if you like, oh, I don't care about this $300, it's nothing to me, and if it goes to zero, whatever, and then you keep it in there. If it hits 3-4x, like, if you didn't care about it in the beginning, like, just take your money back and start playing with the house's money, you know, like, it's pretty smart when you start thinking about it, like, just take your money back, mitigate your risks, so there is no risk. There's really nothing that can go wrong, and on top of that, not even that, put a stop limit order a few levels below, so even if you were sleeping, you weren't paying attention, and things completely took a crap on you, guess what? You're still making money. You're gonna get closed out in profits. I'm gonna show you how to do that, and you're gonna make money no matter what. That's what it is. Once you start operating in that kind of a manner, you're saying, I'm taking my money and it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna give my money to these markets anymore. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I'm gonna start playing smart because there's so many people out there. They're just willing to throw their money into this thing, and they're gonna just lose it, right? But we're gonna take our money. We're not gonna be left holding the bag. I got left holding the bag in 2020, and I told myself that's not gonna happen again. You know, this time I'm paying myself. All right, guys. With that, I'm gonna make some dinner. Love y'all. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments down below. We'll do another live stream pretty soon. I'm thinking either tomorrow night or Tuesday, but right now Bitcoin's looking beautiful. Amazing stuff. We're getting the crossover. We're getting that beautiful, beautiful crossover. So, yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night.